I'm sorry, but not because that's cute. Exhale. Good morning, you guys. My name is Julia, and I am covered in sticky green things because I just filmed the class and I'm outside, so this is what happens, but I don't mind. Today's class is a 10-minute morning stretch. All you will need are 2 pillows, so go grab those and then meet me on the mat. Beginning class today in child's pose, feel free to place a pillow under your bum or on your thighs if you're feeling a little bit extra tight this morning. And go ahead and very gently release your forehead to the mat. Hands catch the knees, our elbows are by our side, and we're gently rolling back and forth, just waking up those hips. Forehead is heavy on the earth, being supported. Mine is just up so that you can hear me. Gently swaying and bringing your attention to your breath. As you inhale, your belly presses into your thighs or into the pillow. And as you exhale, your belly button draws in towards your spine. 2 more rounds of breathing here. I have a little bug on me. We're moving nice and gently this morning, waking up our body with ease and with love. Option to stay here if you'd like to spend a little bit more time in those hips. Otherwise, let's extend those fingertips forward. Open up the knees as wide as your mat. Inhale, we lengthen. We are light on the fingertips. Exhale, we release. Next inhale, fingertips walk over to the left side. And exhale, forehead to the earth. Coming into that left hip flexor a little bit deeper. Big breath in. Exhale, melt even more. Inhale, we come up on the fingertips, walking them all the way over to the other side. And as you exhale, you release down. 1 big breath in here. And exhale to release further. Inhale, fingertips walk all the way back to center. Weight shifts forward. Our hands are under our shoulders. Knees are under our hips, coming into some cat-cows. Let's exhale together to unite the breath. Tiny little micro bend in those elbows. Inhale, tailbone goes back. Heart opens forward. Exhale, tailbone tucks. Chin towards the chest. All of the air out. Moving through 3 more rounds in your own timing. You let your breath guide the movement. Always the option to close the eyes and let your body sway in whatever way you need. Maybe back and forth. Maybe you're coming into some little circular motions, whatever you need this morning. And our last round. Let's meet in a neutral tabletop. Exhale to unite the breath. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky. Nice twist, nice stretch all the way through that right side body. Little pulses here for 3, 2. See if your fingers can get even higher. Exhale, we release, threading that right arm underneath the left. Walking fingertips, left fingertips all the way forward to get a nice shoulder stretch. Nice stretch for that upper arm as well. Just here for a moment. And on your next inhale, let's reach those fingertips back up. We expand. We fill up with breath. Exhale, tabletop. Take your time. Inhale, left fingertips to sky. Nice big stretch here through the left side body. We pulse for 3. With every pulse, see if you could lengthen through that spine all the way out through the crown of the head. And we thread the left arm underneath the right, walking those right fingertips forward. coming into a shoulder stretch on the other side. Big breath in and big breath out. Next inhale, let's reach those left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, all fours. Coming into puppy pose. Walk the knees back a touch if you need. I ran out of room on my mat. And we're going to slowly walk those hands forward. They're fully extended. And then we gently release to the mat. Our forehead comes down to the mat. Hips stay up in the sky, getting a nice stretch through those shoulders and arms. Only here for a moment, so really stretch through those fingertips. And we gently come back up to tabletop, shifting our weight to our toes. Go ahead and tuck those little toes. We're going to come into a nice toe sit here, stretching out all of the little bones. And while we're sitting on our toes, let's come into some more flowy movements. Exhale together, palms forward. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over. The earth supports you through your left palm. Next inhale brings you back up. Left arm reaches up to meet the right. Exhale, we release to the right side, coming into some more side body stretching. Inhale, both arms up. We reach, maybe connecting the palms, maybe looking up. Exhale, hands through heart and by our side. We're almost there, you guys. Just a quick little stretch this morning. Rolling over onto our bums. Let's go ahead and keep a nice deep bend in those knees. Actually, let's come into a little ball to begin with. I have sticky green things on me. That's okay. I'm in nature. And if you can, option to sit on the pillow if that's a little bit more comfortable for you. I recommend to sit right on the edge to give your spine a little bit more length. And then we lengthen through that spine and we release the neck, easing into our forward fold. Gently swing side to side if that feels good for you. An option to stay here, or if you're ready, you can extend those legs in front. Again, sitting on that pillow right on the edge. Inhale, arms come up. Our spine is nice and strong, nice and long. Reaching up through those fingertips. Everybody take a nice deep bend in those knees. Reaching up and over as you exhale. The neck is the last thing to release. Stretching out our spine and our neck here, as well as our hamstrings. Gently rolling the head side to side. And go ahead and walk those feet forward little by little. Just make sure you keep connection with the low belly and the upper thigh to protect your low back. But whatever point feels good for you while maintaining that connection, option to place a pillow on your thighs as well. Here for 3 deep breaths. As we inhale, we lengthen all the way from the tailbone, up the spine, out the top of the head. As we exhale, we melt deeper. Last inhale, we lengthen, we're nice and light. Exhale to release. Very gently we roll up. Let's go ahead and bend the left foot, left knee, coming into a little bit of a half center split, stretching out that leg. Let's inhale together, arms come up. Exhale, we ground down through the right sit bone. Inhale, right arm comes up and over, left elbow draws back. And option to release that top arm to the thigh. Here for 3 breaths. Again, as you inhale, you lengthen through the spine. Exhale, you release. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Very gently coming up. And we're going to switch to the other side. So bending the right leg, extending the left. Inhale, we reach those arms up and behind the head. Exhale, ground down through the left sit bone. Inhale, left arm comes up and over, right elbow draws back, and our hand lands wherever it lands. Option for that top arm to release to the thigh. Really let your side body and your neck relax and release into the stretch. Draw that baby toe back to get further, deeper I should say, into the calf and hamstring stretch. And as we inhale, we lengthen. Exhale to melt. Last breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt. Beautiful. Bringing that leg in. Some windshield wipers back and further. Almost done. We're going to come into a little down dog. So swivel around on your mat. Plant those hands nice and firmly. Fingers are spread. Toes tuck. Let's inhale together. Exhale, hips up and over, and go ahead right away. Walk it out, bending one leg, one knee, and then the other, I should say. Neck is released, gaze is between the feet. Tiny bend in those elbows. If you'd like, you can now roll over the top of that foot, one side at a time, to get into all of those bones on the front of the foot and really get a nice stretch through that shin. Once more. I love this one. And down dog. Bend in those knees. Inhale, right toes float. Don't worry about height. Keep those hips square. Exhale, release. Inhale, float. Exhale, release. You're getting really deep into that left calf. Last one. Inhale, right leg floats, sorry. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant that foot, coming into a nice low lunge. I was going to do pigeon, but let's do low lunge and then pigeon to really get into our hips. So let the earth support you. Close your eyes. Option to stay here. Or we inhale, arms come up to the sky to come a little bit deeper. Maybe palms connect, gaze lifts. 2 more breaths. As always, we inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we release. Telling our muscles, our tendons, our connective tissue that we're safe. Easing. Moving any way you need. Next exhale, nexthale. I'm sorry, but not because that's cute. Nexthale. Bring those palms to the mat, tuck the back toes, and we inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Knee to the outer elbow. And we gently release into pigeon. Grab that pillow, place it under your right glute to begin with, everybody. And we will pause here for a moment. Unless you have anything going on in the low back, then please come down right away. We're just getting into that left hip flexor before we lower. And if you're ready, gently walking those hands forward, maybe resting on the forearms or coming all the way down. And now the stretch is moving into the right glute. Grab another pillow, place it on your mat for your forehead if that feels good for you. Three breaths here. Really release that right glute. I'm feeling it. I'm sure you guys are too. Final inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we gently walk those hands back up, tuck toes, and stretch that right leg to the sky. Down dog. We're coming on to the other side. Inhale, left toes float. Exhale, release. Move in your own timing. If I'm going too fast or too slow, you just move however you would like. Keeping the hips square and drawing that right heel to the earth to get deeper into the calf. And knee to nose, coming into your low lunge. Let's float those fingertips up, square off the hips, left hip back, right hip forward, lengthen through the spine, and then we release. I didn't do that on the first side, but I like it. Closing the eyes, letting the earth support your hands, your foot, your shin, and gently swaying side to side if that feels good for you. Option to stay here, or we, on your next inhale, very lightly, we float those arms up, fingertips up, getting a little bit deeper. Maybe gaze lifts, maybe we're swaying here. 2 more breaths. Final inhale, wherever you are, lengthen through that spine. Exhale, palms return to the earth. Inhale, let's lift that left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, knee to outer elbow, gently lower into pigeon. Moving that pillow, placing it under your left glute. And again, if you have anything going on in the low back, please lower right away. Otherwise, let's just take a moment to really feel into that right hip flexor. Feel nice and strong through the legs, but nice and light through that torso. Like the earth is grounding us down, but our body is lifting up to the sky. And very gently walking our hands forward, coming to rest wherever feels good for you, moving into the left glute now. 3 breaths here. When our forehead makes connection with the earth, it helps to relax our nervous system. So please do use a pillow. If your forehead isn't quite on the mat, that's perfectly fine. Next inhale, imagine your leg lengthening out, your spine lengthening, your head lengthening. Reach those fingertips forward and walk up. I'm getting bitten by an ant. This time, let's just swivel over onto the left hip. We're going to come into some very gentle back bends, and then we're all done. So let's lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Our heels are just out of reach of our fingertips, hip width apart. Exhale to ground down. Inhale, those hips rise. Exhale, we release vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slow, nice and floaty. Inhale to lift. Maybe closing down the eyes. Maybe keeping them open because we're starting our day. We don't want to get sleepy. And our next one, option 2, connect those, interlace those fingers, walk in on the shoulders. And we're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, grounding down through the feet, thighs lengthen out towards the wall, away from you, the wall that you're looking at. A little bit higher. And as you exhale, release the hands and release down to the earth. Walk the feet out as wide as your mat. Let your knees meet in the center. And then very gently, hug your knees towards your chest, rolling side to side. Let's extend arms overhead, extend our toes to the sky. We're going to flex and point for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little bit of ab work. Let's lower for 10, 9. Option 2, bring your hands by your side or place them under your bum for a little bit more support. For 5, 4, I'm shaking. 3, 2, lengthen, 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 pause, 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 and 1. Beautiful. Take a moment here if you would like, or if you are excited to start your day, very gently roll to one side and then come on up, and we are all done. I hope that you feel nice, open, light, floaty, happy, and I wish you a beautiful day.